I'm Sam, and this of course is Bruce, who, let's be real, is the true star of this channel and we all know it. While I love having a clean and tidy space, sometimes I don't always feel like doing the cleaning needed to make my home look and feel better. Over the past couple of years, I've worked on decluttering, minimizing, and simplifying in our home, and it has improved my life so much, but it's also made cleaning and maintaining our home way easier. Having a more minimal home has helped me learn to really enjoy cleaning and taking care of my space. Cleaning is now something that I enjoy, and it can even be relaxing and therapeutic for me. Or maybe it's just that I'm in my 30s and things I used to view as boring adult things like cleaning, taking naps, and doing Costco runs are now things that I genuinely look forward to. There's no better feeling than having a home that feels clean, cozy, and peaceful. For me, cleaning my home truly is an act of self-care. So let's take care of ourselves by taking care of our homes. My place is definitely in desperate need of some love and intense deep cleaning. But if you're like me, sometimes deep cleaning your entire home can feel so overwhelming, even if it is a smaller space like mine. So I've broken it down into 7 days, and I'm taking one room or area a day to make it manageable so we can tackle the deep cleaning without the overwhelm. It's a gloomy and rainy week here in Washington, D.C. where I live, so this is a perfect time to stay indoors and get this deep cleaning done. I always like to open all the windows for some fresh air whenever I'm cleaning. We live in a basement level apartment here in DC, so our windows are small and the view is a cement wall, but the good thing is they still open so I can get fresh air and listen to the rain while I clean. I don't know about you, but for me a lot of times the hardest part is just getting started, especially when this task of deep cleaning our entire home is huge and overwhelming. It's so much easier just to put it off, turn on the TV, or move on to something else. So if you're feeling overwhelmed and don't know where to start like I am, then let's just jump in and get started with the room everyone says that we need to start in, the kitchen. So here we go, day one. Here's the tip. I've learned that you should always start in the kitchen and always start with the dishes in the sink. It can help eliminate that decision fatigue of feeling like, oh my gosh, my house is such a mess and a disaster. I don't even know where to start. What do I do first? Having that habit of starting in the kitchen and getting those dishes done will help get that momentum going and start you off with a win. Once all those dishes are done, we'll go ahead and empty the dishwasher and give the dishwasher a deep clean because she puts in a lot of work and she deserves some pampering. I'm just going to be using these active dishwasher cleaning tablets. These are really cool. I just got them on Amazon. You're going to see in the video I have cleaning tablets for like everything. I'll link them below if you guys are interested in trying them out, but they work really well. But you don't have to use them. You could always just use baking soda and vinegar. And of course we have to clean this filter, which is looking super gross. So I'm just going to wipe that down with some hot soapy water, put the filter back in, and then go ahead and run the dishwasher on a cleaning cycle. While the dishwasher is running, let's go ahead and make some all-purpose cleaner. I've been using this recipe for a long time. It's literally just water and some dish soap or Castile soap like I have on hand right now. I'll put the recipe below if you guys are interested, and then a few drops of essential oil if you want, but super simple, super easy, and it works really well. Unpopular opinion, but I don't like microfiber cloths. I actually really like these, I think they're called like chef cloths, painter cloths. I don't actually know what they're called, but I've just picked them up at Home Depot years ago, but they're so much better at cleaning, scrubbing, absorbing water. I just think they work so much better than microfiber towels. So if you haven't used them before, definitely give them a try. It's a game changer for cleaning for me. Another tip I have whenever you're cleaning a room is to clean from top to bottom. So for the kitchen, that would mean cleaning the cabinets, then cleaning things at counter level, and then the floor. That way any dirt, dust, and grime gets cleaned off all those higher surfaces as you go and ends up on the floor so that you can end by cleaning it up all at once at the end. It's a simple thing I learned watching some other videos on here, but it's kind of surprising how much of a game changer it is when it comes to cleaning, and it's going to save you a ton of time and effort. So following that checklist, our first thing is going to be wiping down all these cabinets and the cabinet baseboards, which I don't think I've ever cleaned before, and those were looking really rough. Next, we're gonna move on to the microwave, and the little filters underneath are really gross and desperately need some cleaning. I'm just gonna let them soak in some hot soapy water while I tackle the rest of the microwave. So if you have any lemons or anything like that on hand, you could always microwave them. I don't, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put some vinegar into a measuring cup and microwave that. Get all that grime loosened up a little bit so it's a lot easier to come in and wipe everything down. I'm just gonna use that all-purpose spray that I made and wipe down everything on the inside of the microwave. And as I'm going through all of these rooms, doing all this deep cleaning, I have a checklist for every single room of all the different tasks that we're gonna do and tackle and everything like that. And I'll include the checklist below. So if you want to copy it, or if you wanna just use it as a starting point to go in and create your own, definitely do that. We're gonna go ahead and scrub off the microwave filters, get those rinsed, and they look so much better. I'm just gonna go ahead and put those back in, and then while I was getting those installed, I realized the underside of the microwave was looking really gross, and so I went ahead and gave that a wipe down as well. Okay, using our top to bottom method, next thing now that we've done the cabinets and microwave is gonna be to tackle the counters. We're gonna go ahead and just take everything off the counters and wipe it down. And then once I do, I'm just gonna spray down the entire backsplash with the all-purpose cleaner and give that a really good wipe as well. After the backsplash, it's time to go ahead and spray and wipe down the counters. And same thing, I'm just using the all-purpose cleaner for this as well. Throughout this whole video, I really don't use that many products. I like to keep it really simple when it comes to cleaning products. You don't need 10,000 different products for a million different things. You just need a few really good products that are simple and work well. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the faucet. A little while ago, I actually soaked it in some vinegar, but if there is any buildup on your sink faucet, you can go ahead and just put a little plastic bag of vinegar and soak it as well to get rid of any of that buildup. And for the sink, we're just gonna put some baking soda and dish soap in the sink and scrub that down really well. For the garbage disposal, same thing. I have these cool little cleaning tablets. They're from the Active brand as well. I'll link them below if you want. Not sponsored or anything like that. They just work great. I got these on Amazon, I think almost a year ago, and they've lasted a long time. So you literally just take the tablet out, run the garbage disposal, and it does a great job of cleaning it. So again, I'll link all those below. Not sponsored, but hey, maybe someday, right? I really don't like cleaning out the oven, as you can probably tell, because I've let it get to a point where it's pretty bad. It is just a lot of work, which is why I kind of put it off. I happen to have some Easy Off on hand. I know that's not the best. I know it's got like fumes and stuff. So once this is used up, I'll go ahead and use something a little bit more natural in the future, but I'm also working on using up all the products that I have. So I'm just gonna spray some Easy Off, let that sit for a little while, and scrub down the racks that are inside the oven, wash those off, and then let those dry. Something else that I've let get really bad is the stovetop, and our kitchen gets a lot of intense cooking. We cook all our meals. My husband's a professional chef, and he's always doing recipes and research and all this different stuff in the kitchen. And so our stove and oven and everything in our kitchen, honestly, puts in a lot of work and gets used pretty intensely. So the top of the stove, a lot of the times, is looking pretty rough. So this is something that usually when I'm on top of it, I try to do this once every other week, but it's probably been a month and this was looking really, really bad. So I'm just gonna scrub it down with some dish soap, wipe everything off with some of the rags, and then put it all back together. Now that the oven has been sitting a while, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in and wipe it all off. I know Easy Off is not the best thing in the world for you, but man, does it work so incredibly well. It just melts off all that gunk and grime and burned on stuff. And then once I've got all of that wiped down, I wipe it down with some glass cleaner and some all-purpose cleaner as well. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it looks so much better than it did before. Lastly, I'm just going to go ahead and use some of the glass cleaner that I have to wipe down the outside. I usually use glass cleaner on most of my stainless steel appliances, like the microwave, fridge, oven. It just works really well. Another job that I don't like doing in the kitchen, there's a lot apparently, is cleaning the trash can. I just think it's really gross, and this is one of the things that I put off a lot, so we're gonna go ahead and get in there and really give this trash can a good and very, very needed deep clean. I also want to make sure that I clean the area around the trash can as well, wiping down the walls, counters, baseboards, everything else that's around it. Okay, I am running out of steam, but we are almost there. I know the kitchen feels like it takes forever. It's definitely one of the longer checklists, but we are almost done. The last couple of things, we just want to go ahead and clean out the fridge. I'm just going to go shelf by shelf, wiping down jars that have spilled, or somehow eggs broken our egg tray. I'm not even sure how that happened, but I'm just going shelf by shelf, wiping everything down, wiping the fridge down, making sure that it gets a really good deep clean. This is another thing that I try to do maybe once a month, but I have not stayed on top of this, and our fridge was pretty gross. So I'm gonna go through every single shelf, take it out, clean it, wipe down all the different jars and everything like that, and put everything back together. The kitchen is definitely one of the bigger places that we tackle. I know it feels like it's been forever, but we're almost there, I promise. I'm just gonna finish by wiping down the outside of the fridge as well. Now that we've wiped and cleaned down everything and there's even more crumbs on the floor, we're just gonna go ahead and vacuum it up all at once at the end. And yes, I do have my little vacuuming supervisor who likes to oversee my vacuuming job and let me know if I missed a spot. Okay, very last thing on our list, we are gonna go ahead and spray and mop down the entire kitchen floor, and that's it. Now we get to finally enjoy our beautiful, sparkling, gorgeous, deep clean kitchen. Oh, it feels so good to have a clean kitchen, but I also don't want anyone to touch it, and I don't want to cook in it for at least a few hours. So until my husband comes home and we cook an intense dinner, for now, Bruce and I are just gonna sit here and enjoy it. Day 2, we are moving on to the bathroom. I have a lot of good momentum going from cleaning the kitchen yesterday, and I don't like doing the bathroom, so I feel like now is a good time to tackle it with that momentum. I'm gonna go ahead by taking all the towels, bath mats, just kind of any linens. If you have a shower curtain, grab that too, and start all of that in a load of laundry so it can wash while we're cleaning everything. Next, I'm going to take toothbrushes, makeup brushes, hair brushes, anything like that, and just let those get clean. I'm going to soak toothbrushes in hot water and clean makeup brushes and my hairbrush just with some Castile soap, and then lay everything out to dry. Next, I'm going to use that all-purpose cleaner and some washcloths to just wipe down everything that's sitting on the counter. Something that was in desperate need of some cleaning was this vent fan cover, and this thing took probably a good 10 minutes for me to figure out how to get it out, but I finally did. It was really gross. I tried vacuuming and dusting it, that didn't work, so I actually had to go in and wash it with some warm soapy water to actually get everything off. It was pretty gross, but once I dried it and then got it put back in, it was amazing how much better it looked. The only thing that took longer than trying to get this out was trying to get it back in, but eventually I figured it out, and it just took a little force, and finally got it put back in okay. All right, we're gonna use the top-down method just like we did in the kitchen. So that means we're gonna start with doing the mirrors, the walls, outlets, washing and wiping down doors, baseboards, everything like that, going from top to bottom. Another pro tip with cleaning is to try to find ways to make it fun, especially rooms that you don't like cleaning. For me, I hate cleaning the bathroom. So whenever I'm cleaning, whether it's a room I don't like or a room I do like, I always have playlists of music, audiobooks, podcasts, YouTube videos queued up, maybe like this one, where I can watch other people cleaning. That helps get me motivated to actually go in and tackle it. So make sure you have those things on hand to make cleaning fun. So since this is a deep cleaning, I'm actually gonna go through and pull everything out from under the sink, wipe all of that down, and then actually wipe down the shelf under the sink as well, which I have not done in a long time. And you could tell by the amount of hair. My hair and Bruce's little corgi glitter, as we call his fur, was all over everything in this bathroom, especially under the cabinet. When it comes to cleaning the toilet, this is always gross, not a fan, but it needs to be done. And this time I went above and beyond and I actually removed the toilet seat. Oh, that was really gross. If you haven't taken off your toilet seat and cleaned under it in a while, definitely recommend that. That's definitely something I need to do more often. I even went and cleaned the screws that held it in place because those were kind of gross, and put everything back together. But wow, what a difference that makes. I don't think my toilet has ever felt this clean before. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the toilet bowl and then just let the toilet bowl sit on the edge and dry. If you have a reusable one, you can spray it with some cleaner or some hydrogen peroxide or rubbing alcohol and something like that to let it disinfect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and clean, wipe down, and sanitize all those different things that sit around and put everything back in place. Now it's time to spray and wipe down the shower. I'll just go ahead and spray it with that bathroom cleaner, let it sit for a little bit, and then scrub and wipe everything down. The great thing is we have one of those little removable handle shower things. What are those called? Faucets? Anyways, we have one of these things, so it's easy to remove and spray everything down when we're done cleaning. Time to finally vacuum up all that hair and corgi glitter that is constantly all over the bathroom. My poor husband, he has to put up with me and Bruce just leaving hair absolutely everywhere. And then sometimes I'll come in and mop, but this time I actually really wanted to get all the different little areas and under everything. So I actually just, since our bathroom is small, got down on my hands and knees and just went ahead and wiped it all down with my all-purpose cleaner. Lastly, I'm gonna go ahead and freshen up the drain with some baking soda and vinegar. And holy smokes, that made a huge difference. I didn't even realize our bathroom was smelling that funky, but that really helped. Lastly, I'm gonna put back all the bath mat, towels, everything like that, put everything back on the counters. And we are finally done. This bathroom has never looked and smelled and felt so amazingly clean and good. Same thing as the kitchen. I really hope no one has to use the bathroom for a very long time. I just wanna revel in that feeling for a little bit. Day 3 is the laundry room. Now, as you can tell, I don't actually have a laundry room, but I am gonna go ahead and clean the washer and dryer really well. So we're gonna start with the washer, and we're gonna use, of course, those active cleaning tablets. I wasn't kidding when I said I had those for every single machine in my house. We're gonna go ahead, since I haven't done this before, they recommend on the back to use 2 for the first time. We've been living in this apartment about 6 months. This is my first time cleaning the washer like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 tablets, and you just pop them inside the drum and wash it on a cleaning cycle. While that cleaning cycle is going, I'm gonna have a yummy hot drink. I'm gonna take a little dance break with Bruce. Make sure that throughout all this cleaning, you enjoy it and have fun with it. Obviously, Bruce is having a great time. Once the cleaning cycle is done, I'm just gonna go ahead and put some vinegar into a spray bottle and use that to spray and wipe down all of the inside of the washer, the door, the drum, and then that, what's it called? Seal, this kind of rubber part that gets kind of gross and can trap a lot of moisture and mold. So I wanna spray and wipe that down really, really well. And then I'm actually gonna take out the dispenser tray and same thing, spray and wipe down the inside of that with my vinegar spray. And I'm also gonna go ahead and spray and wipe down the dispenser tray itself, scrub it with a little bit of hot soapy water, just to get rid of any buildup and anything like that. Moving on to the dryer, I'm just gonna take the lint trap out, take all of that off, and then use my vacuum that has this little attachment and vacuum out the lint trap to get rid of anything that's stuck. And the cool part is this actually fits into the dryer lint trap. So I'm actually gonna stick it down in there and vacuum all of the stuck lint and dirt that's in there. I'm gonna use that vinegar spray and wipe down everything on the inside of the door of the dryer. And then while I've got the vacuum out, I'm just gonna vacuum all around the washer and dryer, especially on the sides, all those little cracks where lots of lint and hair and everything gets stuck. And lastly, I'm just gonna take that vinegar spray it all over the outside of the machines, wipe it all down, and that's it, we're done. Day 4, we are moving on to the bedroom. So first thing first, I really want to make sure to get the bedding started and laundry right away so that can run while we're cleaning the rest of it. I'm gonna go ahead and start taking everything off. While I have the comforter laid out, I'm gonna go ahead and just spot treat a couple of areas where we've got some stains. I find it's a lot easier to do this while it's laid out and I can see the comforter really easily. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all that laundry started. Even the mattress cover is coming off and getting washed today as well. And I'm gonna be using some of these laundry strips from True Earth. They actually sent this to me, not sponsored or anything, but they just reached out, asked if they could send me some so I could check it out. I've used a lot of similar brands before, but these are strips that you can just put into your laundry. I've been using it over the past couple weeks and it actually works really well. And I love that it's a lot more earth friendly and less packaging and plastic. I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum off our mattress. I usually don't put baking soda on the mattress just because I've heard it's really bad for your vacuum. So I'm just gonna vacuum the mattress itself to get off any dust and dirt. And then I'm gonna make this mixture of hydrogen peroxide, water, and dish soap that I saw can take care of mattress stains really well. So I'm just gonna mix all of those together and put it in a spray bottle. And the video tutorial I watched said you're just supposed to kind of like spray and blot it, maybe some gentle wiping, no intense scrubbing, but literally just did this all over the mattress. Honestly, the stains were pretty gross. There's a lot of sweat stains and stuff going on our mattress. And I don't know if it shows up on the video, but it looked so much better when I was done. Next, we're gonna move on to wiping down the windows, the windowsill. I'm gonna take out the screen and wash it, wipe everything down really well, and then put the screen back in. And we don't have a ceiling fan in this room. If we did, I would go ahead and clean that, but we do have this standing rotating fan and it is looking rough. We've had this thing for probably a couple years now and I have never once taken it apart and cleaned the inside. And as you can see, it really needed it. So I just took my vacuum, vacuumed all the different parts of it, and then with a cloth and some all-purpose cleaner, just wiped everything down really, really well and put it back together. Next, we're gonna go ahead and dust, spray, and wipe down all the surfaces. So this mirror and the side tables and everything else in the bedroom. For me, some of these regular mundane tasks actually help me to process all the crazy input that we're getting from this world every day. There is so much going on, and being able to just do some of this cleaning, do some of these regular, slower tasks, it helps me to slow down, regulate my thoughts, process things, and it's also really calming and balancing and honestly really good for my mental health, I think. It feels good to take time to slow down, focus on one task at a time, and let myself just kind of get lost in that while I take care of my home. I'm gonna take a magic eraser and just go through and clean off some of the random marks and scratches and everything that happens on those walls and doors, and then vacuum and wash the baseboards as well. We have a few tubs that we store things in under the bed, and those get really dusty and gross. So I'm gonna pull all of those out, dust and wipe them down, and then just move them into the other room so that I can get under the bed really well, because I'm gonna be vacuuming that out. And now it's time for the reveal of how much stuff is behind the bed, and there's a good amount of stuff that Bruce has stashed back here, a whole lot of dust and corgi glitter and my hair, and just, yeah, it was well due for a good vacuuming. So I just went ahead, vacuumed behind the bed, under the bed, and then my husband came home at just the right time to help me rotate the mattress. I tried doing it myself, it didn't work, so I'm really glad that he was here to help. Lastly, we're just gonna finish up with mopping all the floors, put all the tubs back under the bed. By this time, all the bedding was finally done. So I went ahead, took all of the laundry, put the bed back together. I'm so excited to sleep in the fresh sheets tonight. That is seriously one of the best feelings in the world. For day 5, I combined living and dining room. For us, it's pretty much all the same space, but usually these areas don't have as much in them, so they're a little easier to tackle. We're gonna go ahead and wash all the blankets. If you have any blankets on your couch or anywhere else, any curtains, go ahead and grab those. Ours are just Bruce's bed blanket, so we're gonna go ahead and get that started. And then I'm just gonna do a general tidy to kind of put things back in place before I start cleaning this room. As you can tell, our dining room table kind of becomes a drop zone for jackets and basically everything else. We're working on that. Next, we're gonna do same thing, top to bottom. So I'm gonna start by wiping down all of the windows and the window sills, just clearing everything off, wiping it all down, pulling everything off the window sills, and then giving those a really good clean as well. We're going to take the screens out, clean those, wash the windows. Next, I'm just going to dust and wipe down all the different surfaces in the living room. This probably doesn't need to be said, but here goes. It's just so much easier to clean when you have less stuff. I used to have stuff stored everywhere, covering every surface and every cupboard, on every shelf. And now having less stuff, having all those surfaces and areas cleared, shocker, it is a lot easier to keep things clean and in place. Okay, now we're moving on to yet another thing that I have been putting off is spot cleaning these chairs. So if you have a couch or some fabric chairs or something in your living room, now would be a great time to spot treat them. For us, it's these dining chairs. Looking back, I probably should have not got dining chairs that have fabric on them, but you know, hindsight is 2020. I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe down the walls and baseboards as well. So we don't really have an entryway. If you have an entryway or table, that would be a great time to tackle that. For us, it's just the shoe rack. So I'm just gonna go ahead, take all of the shoes off, vacuum it, wipe it down, and also vacuum and wipe down the area around it as well. Okay, we are almost done with this area. It's just time to go ahead and finish up the same way we do in all the other rooms with a quick vacuum and mop. And now we are done with the living room and dining room. I'm gonna enjoy having that dining room table cleared off for at least a couple of hours. Day 6 is a free day to finish up any of the above tasks or rooms that you didn't get to, because life happens and it's not always good to force ourselves to do some checklist just because a random girl on YouTube said it was a good idea. And sometimes something more important comes up, like kids need you, or the weather is just too gorgeous to stay inside cleaning all day. So I set aside this day specifically for you to use however you want. I figure you might have some more bedrooms or bathrooms than I did. You may want to do some decluttering or organizing in some of the spaces that you noticed during all the cleaning this week. Or just do a general tidy up of your home. Maybe re-clean some of those areas that you deep clean, because we actually live in our homes and all those places get used and messy right after we clean them. Day 7, we are going to rest, relax, and enjoy. I don't know about you guys, but having a vacation day at home is one of the best feelings. Read a good book, listen to music, make some good food and enjoy it together. Just rest and relax and enjoy that feeling of having a deep, clean home. You've been working hard all week and it's time to finally enjoy all the fruits of the hard work that we've been putting in. Or maybe you want to get out for a little bit, enjoy the weather, go on a walk, explore the city, be in nature, hang out with some friends, knowing that you get to come back to your clean, cozy, peaceful home. Thank you guys so much for joining me this week to deep clean our houses together. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely let me know in the comments or by giving this video a like. Subscribe if you're not already for some more videos on minimalism and simple living, and I'll see you guys in the next one.